Hey everybody, Alex from SeemsGoodMagic.com here, back doing a best of one Innistrad Midnight Hunt draft. Alright, well, rare is trackers, cards constructed playable, it's so good. 3 mana, 4/3 vigilance. That also just randomly, lets you cash out and draw a card at some point in the game too, so real good card. This pack has some other goodies in it too. I love Dreadhound, it's a good finisher. Chaplain is good, Trapper's playable. Infiltrator's playable. I like the slash. And that's about it. Let's take the tracker, see if that pans out. Oh man, well, strongest card in the pack has got to be this Morbid Opportunist. This is such a good card. And it's fine because in green there's just Path to the Festival anyway. I think Opportunist is better than Eaten Alive. In fact, these two don't even work particularly. No, I was going to say they don't work well with each other. That's not true. If you're sacking a creature, then it does work well with it. But because it exiles, if you hard cast it, you don't get the Opportunist value. But that doesn't matter. I feel like I've never gotten to play this card either. So it's that highly picked and it's that good. Other good picks, I like the Alchemist. Silversmith's good. The Eaten Alive, yeah, let's just take the Opportunist. That's cool. Okay, pick 3. In black, we've got Stone Cold Nothing. In green, we've got Burly Breaker. What's the best card in this pack? I mean, I like the Astronomer. It's not better enough where I'd want to abandon the tracker. So I'm fine taking the Burly Breaker. 5 mana, 6/5, not bad. Turns into an 8/7. It's got Ward as well. That's pretty good. Or we could take a random land to splash for some reason, but I don't think we need to do that. Yeah, we'll take a breaker for now. I'm okay with that. All right, pick 4. Strongest card in the pack. Probably the Burn the Accursed. Once again, another card that does not synergize well with Opportunist, but not a huge deal. There's a Cavalry and a Rejuvenator, but I'll probably just take the strongest card and see what happens. Get a burn spell. These two are you can find, so whatever. Take the removal, move on. All right, pick here. Probably the Mentor. This card is exceptionally strong. There's Duel for Dominance, which is some removal. Might have Old Ways, Combat Trick, and Tireless Hauler, but I think Mentor actually edges out Duel for Dominance. This effect is just super strong. It's like 2 out of 3 for Coven. +3/+3 and Trample is just game winning if they can't do anything about it. So let's just, I guess, focus on green for now. Let's see what keeps coming. All right. Now we can take the Shadow Beast Sighting. Pretty solid card. 4 mana, 4/4. Comes back later when you flashback it. I like that. Shady Traveler in black in here, which is good. But let's stick to green for now and kind of see what keeps flowing. I think Shadow Beast Sighting is probably the strongest card in this pack anyway, so... Okay, so there's Bounding Wolf, which some people have said I wasn't giving enough credit because you turn to night, so you flip your werewolves and then you can flash this in. I do think it's okay. The reach is nice too. I could just take it to stick with green. Otherwise, Infiltrator, an option Revelation. Yeah, I suppose taking Bounding Wolf here makes sense. Continue to cut green until we're sure what we want our second color to be. Well... now there's a pretty good argument to just keep going down the red path, get another red removal spell. Not being able to play Opportunist is a bit of a bummer. I could take the path to splash it. Honestly, I think splashing Morbid Opportunist is not bad. I generally don't like Path to the Festival, but maybe I'd give it a try here since we have 2 good cards in other colors and we're primarily green. I think Immolation is actually pretty good. I like the card, but we'll stick to green. And we might splash one of these cards. I really don't have a problem splashing Opportunist. The card is just absurd. Why you don't lose life? Like, I thought that was kind of Black's thing, is life loss with the card draw. But, I mean, I guess it does have to trigger off a creature dying. Since we don't really have much removal, I can take the Silver Bolt here. I think it's playable. Sentry is a 2-drop, which we could use, and Path to the Festival's in here, but I'll take the Bolt. That's all right. Kills things. Good with Opportunist. So, another Path to the Festival. Infiltrator, Crasher. None of these cards matter too much. They're playable, not super exciting. Do I just cut green more? Or do I finally just take an Infiltrator and maybe go green-red Werewolves? I guess we'll... I don't really want to play Path to the Festival in the first place. And playing it in multiples is not a super appealing thing. Do the Candle Guide. It also lets us splash and gets a 3/4 that gets something out of the graveyard. I think this card is deceptively playable. I might even like it more than the Path. We'll see. I mean, this ramps you too, but this is a solid beatdown body that exiles from graveyard and fixes your mana. It's okay. If you're going to splash, I don't mind diversifying and having a Path and a Candle Guide. Well, we can take the Cavalry, but maybe we take the Rejuvenator, get another fixer. This is probably a better fixer than the Candle Guide. Take Might. We have Mentor. I think Coven could definitely happen here. Tracker's great for Coven as well. 4 power. We have other tokens too, so we can even cash out the Clue token and have other tokens. All right, Snarling Wolf. Not bad for... Ooh, well, there's... Adversary is a good reason to try and go black. Otherwise, there's Eaten Alive. But, I mean, Adversary's spitting out a bunch of... Yeah, you just spit out a bunch of zombies. It's pretty sweet. It's a good card. It's a Death Toucher too. I like Opportunist Adversary more than Burn Infiltrator. The main issue is it seemed like black was getting cut off, at least in pack 1. But Adversary, Opportunist are 2 very strong cards to have. And in green, there's nothing. And in red, there's really nothing. So I'm going to take the Adversary. It's not a card you can really splash, because you need the extra black to actually take advantage of the Adversary ability, but that's okay. So we could take another Shadow Beast sighting if we wanted to stick to green. Ambusher's not really going to do that much because we don't have vampires. Dread Knight's a fatty. Immolation's pretty good removal. Immolation would also work well with Opportunist, but then we're really branching into that 3-color pretty hard. I think I'll take the Shadow Beast sighting. It's just a good card. It's a 4-drop, yes, but Siege Zombie was something somebody mentioned I need to give more credit to, and we don't have that many 2-drops. That's true. I'm still going to take the Shadow Beast sighting. I just like it. I love Bird Admirer. Duel for Dominance is another option here, though, because we don't have much removal. Let's see. We've got 2s and 3s and 4s. I think we should be able to get Coven. I actually really want the Bird Admirer, but I'll probably get some removal just because we don't have much. Timberland Guide is a good card for Coven, as well as just being a random 2/2 sometimes that can trade. Or there's no way out. Get cards out of their hand. Let's just stick to green still. Heirloom Mirror is kind of like a little looter, which isn't bad. Well, Play with Fire in red. It's a good burn. Could take another Rejuvenator in green. It's not bad. It's just not terribly exciting either. But I guess it's pretty good for Adversary and paying flashback costs. 2/4 bodies not bad either. It can block. Gaining life isn't bad. I think we probably take it. So I can take the Siege Zombie now. Cathartic Pyre in red. I mean, we're seeing the red removal flow now, but I'm kind of happy with the green cards I have. I'm okay taking another Silver Bolt. I don't love it, but it kills things. Dealing with werewolves is nothing to scoff at either. Like 3 damage to any creature is good, and then blow up werewolves is definitely good too. I think we'll take it. Since we don't have much removal, I'm okay with this. It also randomly lets you flip Well, that was a good pass. Take the troop here. What was I saying? Oh, it also is nice that you can like flip your werewolves and still use Silverbolt. That is like an actual advantage of the card. So it definitely seems like red is more open. We passed a couple burn cards and got weaker cards. We still potentially could splash, but I don't think that's going to happen. Kind of feel like we're not going to go down the path to the festival ramp plan. I'm still kind of okay with the rejuvenators though, but we'll see. All right. Bird Admirer coming back is good. I love this card in general, so protects you, and 3/5 body is nothing to scoff at. So we're at 22 cards. We only have 2 actual black cards. One of the black cards really requires you to invest a lot of mana. I mean, we could pretty easily splash red right now. Like I said, you can't really splash black if we really want to take advantage of adversary. This is more sideboard. I'm not going to main deck any of these. I guess we'll just take this. So we can take Immolation because red's more open. Okay. Might have to abandon Adversary Opportunist, or maybe just splash Opportunist and abandon Adversary. Okay. Otherwise, I'm taking a Bounding Wolf. I think we can get some removal here. If red is that open. I mean, I'm fine splashing Opportunist in this deck if we have to, because we have the path, we have 2 Rejuvenators. It's not going to be difficult. You know, green's open. I love Bird Admirer, going to take it. Great card. I don't need any of these. Like this lets us splash, but Rejuvenator just does it better. So we probably don't need these. I guess Adversary is likely not happening. We can leave it in for now, but I think it's probably not happening. Guess we maybe are doing the path to the festival. We'll see. I'm not in love with Snarling Wolf, but we are not doing a ton early, so we'll have to just see about that. Ooh, Arlen. That's a good one. Okay. Otherwise, not much else for us here. Ambush and black, but which actually is good on the splash in a deck that's got, you know, actual werewolves, so you can flip night and day. But yeah, we'll take Arlen. I like Purifying Dragon a lot. Another burn. In green, we've got a couple playable stuff, but this is a good... I mean, this blows up zombies, kills X1s, is a win con. There's Diagraph Horde in here too, which is obviously good. And... I mean, I could take burn just because we don't have that much removal. But once again, it's another card that's just not good with Opportunist. Although this is going to be tougher to play. That's all right. I'm going to take it anyway. I really like the card. I think it is better than the burn. So how many instants and sorceries do we even have? 6? I mean, it's not terrible for Elementalist. Pit Fighter's not really what we're looking for, although we're not doing that much early. We don't have any vampires, though, do we? No. We're kind of good on 4 drops, I feel like. Although, I mean, there's some pretty good instants and sorceries to get back, but... Well, it's just not exciting to take a Sentry here, is it? Elementalist is not particularly exciting either, but whatever. If you end up with more burn, it can be good. Getting back Shadow Beast sighting is not the most powerful thing in the world either, but let's get more 4/4s, I guess. I like Vandal, but we probably take the Evolving Wild since we're already going to make cuts, and at this point I'm pretty confident we're going to splash. Probably just the Opportunist, I think. Stick to the green-red. So if we make one more cut, you could basically call it a deck. That's cool. Maybe the Bounding Wolf can go. I do like it with the werewolves. I don't know if I care enough about it. The werewolves are just sort of icing for this deck because I feel like we've got some pretty strong things going with Arlen, getting some fatties out, flying over top, Contortionist troop value. Like, there's a lot of good value stuff here. So Immolation versus Burn the Accursed. We're really not doing much early, so I feel like Immolation. Burn the Accursed is a better card, and we do have the Elementalist to bring it back, but I'm not even, at this point with Immolations and Silver Bolts, I don't think Elementalist is going to make the cut here. I guess I'd probably like to cut Might of Old Ways too. We have 15 creatures at least with the Shadow Beast sightings as well. Painter's a good card. Howl the Hunt combat trick, but no, Painter's pretty awesome. I mean, even if you don't get the instants and sorceries, flipping into a 3/4 for 3 is pretty good. I wish that we had more instant sorceries to synergize with it. But otherwise, I'm taking like Howl the Hunt. We do only have 5 werewolves. I'll take the Painter. That's just fine. So we can take the other Path of the Festival. We could take the Farmer. Farmer, at least you get a body out of it, which isn't bad. You can miss on it, but... And it doesn't ramp like Path of the Festival does. That's true. I don't know if I want to play multiple Path of the Festivals. It's just not a super appealing thing for me. Probably cut the Might. And then we'd have to make one more cut somewhere. Maybe the Rejuvenator, one of them. Although it's nice to have the extra fixing. Tireless Hauler is pretty big. Feel like we don't need it, but I'll take it. So I'll take a Wolf. I think we just need a little more early game. Do I like the Hauler or the Breaker more? I almost like Hauler more than Breaker, even though one is an uncommon and the other's common. I almost think the Vigilance is better than the Ward. I mean, obviously it's a bigger body too, but it's also more color intensive. Not that that's a huge deal, but something to consider. Yeah, we'll get this figured out. I think there's enough goodies in here to get this deck figured out. Does this bring any land back, or is it basics only? Any land, that's good. All right, that's a late Stitch Scab. Guess I'll take it. Whatever. All right. So let's get this deck figured out. 19 creatures. We're going to do 16 lands. We can cut to 1 black. So we'll up. What do we have more of? More green than red. So we'll up 1 more green, 1 more red, probably. Because we do have double red. There we go. Wait, this is 15, 16, 17, so probably cut that. All right. So 8, 8, 2. We can make 5 cuts. We don't need all these 5 drops, so I'm thinking we'll probably cut 2 of these 5 drops. That leaves us with 3, which is probably okay. I think I do like the hauler more. Willing to hear other people's input on that, but smashing with a 6/6 vigilance or a 4/5 vigilance is just very good. Maybe I don't need 2 rejuvenators. I could see maybe cutting one of those, because then we still have farmer, path, rejuvenator, swamp, wilds for our opportunists. That's more than enough. We have to make 2 more cuts. They can be creatures. Could cut an infiltrator. We don't have a lot of night day stuff I care about. Instant sorcery wise, we're pretty light, but I definitely like the painter more than the infiltrator, I would say. I mean, this has trample, but 2 3s, I think I like more than 3 2s for the most part. And it would allow us to cut our curve down a little bit. So like cutting infiltrators here, I think these 2 drops are probably worse, but I want to make sure I have enough early game too. I think this deck is pretty good. You know, there's a decent argument to try and keep the infiltrators in here because we have the silver bolts, which, like I said, are nice ways to let you flip your werewolves without actually taking a turn off. But I think this is fine. I think it's just fine. Yeah, looks like a cool deck. Not too shabby. Okay, we'll run it like this. We'll see you in round 1. I guess I can keep this. At least staying busy with these for a little bit. Somehow found the black mana for opportunist. I guess that's cool. Timely draw there. Attack here. Uh-oh. It's a good draw. Oh, they got their eye on it. Well, if they kill it, we draw, so that's cool. Oh, that's cool too. So we'll just attack this, nuke the bat, draw. Sentry's good. And then we can go Sentry and leave up Silver Bolt. And we do have Coven, which is pretty good here. Guess I could have done it while they were tapped out, but it makes more sense to not do it on my turn because I already drew off Opportunist. So taking the opportunity to draw that extra card is actually quite good. I think we'll just block like here. Okay. We lose Coven, but I don't want to do it when they have a bunch of open mana. Sure. I see. Well, I guess that's fine. So we can duel for dominance on my turn. Ooh. Maybe just play the hauler here, actually. It's okay. So we don't have Coven right now, huh? Yeah, it's a little, well, it's probably okay. I have to 2-for-1 myself, but we're going to draw off Opportunist, so I think at this point it's probably worth it. We'll do Duel for Dominance, Purifying Dragon, Behemoth. They're tapped out too, so this is fine. Do this. And this. And then we'll get in for 4. Okay, so that's cool. We can, so we got 6 mana. Can do the guide on the hauler. Oh no. Well, you never like to see that. I guess I should restart Arena. Well, I had to restart it twice. Hopefully we didn't lose. Still waiting. Alright, so they ended up blocking with all that. At least I have my timeouts, so we can kill 1, 2, 3, 4. We can kill all their dudes at least. I think we'll probably do that. 1, 2, 3, 4. Yeah, this will work. Plus we get to draw. And then we can probably deal 3 here. Like I need to deal with the intruder too, but I feel like I can figure that out at some point. Hopefully. I didn't want them to have that. All right. 7 mana. So we can do the sighting plus the painter. It's probably worth it. I think we need to get some bodies down for now. And then we can burn a curse the intruder at some point, hopefully. Oh, Bird Admirer is like a perfect draw for us. Can trade with a Whisperer and draw, or they can take their damage too. That's fine. Let's do Admirer plus Tracker. Well, I guess if they can kill Admirer, we're still not technically dead. We just take 4 in the air, we're at 5. They have 4 blockers. We have 6 attackers. We've got a Vigilant Tracker, which is good. Sure. So they only have 4 blockers. They still have another card. Well, another Bird Admirer probably couldn't hurt. The question is, do I want to just try and go for the win now? Because I can burn the Accurse, the Bat Whisper. They have 1 whole blocker. I think we probably go for it. See what happens. Or maybe we just kill the. Maybe it makes more sense to kill the flyer. In case they do have an answer for this. So now they have one blocker. So I think we still got to go for it. Let's see. Let's say they deal with my biggest guy. Yeah, they still got to die here. We got to go for it. All right. We'll see you for the next one. Yeah, this hand's good. I wonder if it makes more sense to wait on that guide. Get a 5/4 tracker instead. I mean, 5/4 vigilance is huge. Or do I want to divide? Well, now I kind of don't want to. Now I kind of want to divide because my tracker trades with a Ecstatic Awakener anyway. Sure. So I think I'm just going to kill this now. I'm not going to let them get value. So I think what we'll get rid of is probably an Admirer and a land. Because I can still play the tracker, draw off that. This is probably fine. That way if they kill the tracker, we still get to draw. Well, the good news is we can still make a play here. That's kind of good too, actually. So let's get in for 4. And then I think we'll do Path to the Festival and get our black mana. We can scry too. I mean, getting a 4/4 certainly wouldn't hurt. Sure. Not the end of the world. All right. Ooh, Arlen. So it's night though, so she'll be... I can play her, add 2. I'm not ready to play Arlen yet though, so I think instead we'll just attack for 4. And play the Painter. Ah. Okay. Oh, okay. Okay. So we can play Tireless Hauler now. Or we can just do Arlen, create some wolf tokens. Let's see, they bash for 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 13, 16. I can block, let's say I block 2 zombies or block the outlaw and a zombie. I take 2, 4, 6, 8, 11. So I'm not dead. If they have any sort of interaction, we are. Arlen keeps me a little bit safer. than the hauler. But I think we're going to go hauler and see if it works out okay. All right, I think we're still not dead. I'm not 100%. So 8, 10, 13. We go to 1, basically. Can't think what would get me out of this, but we do go to 1. I really wish they didn't make you watch that zombie animation for each one. Maybe there's a way to skip it. I don't know how to do it, though. Jeez. All right. Okay, okay. You got everything. I got it. We'll go to the next one. Okay. Keep this. Guide into Admirer into Arlen's. Pretty good. I don't really want to wait on the guide either, because I want more protection from Arlen, for Arlen rather. Here I might play the... probably still play the Admirer. I guess if they have removal, we lose both our guys. I'll just take 2. Okay, that's fine. So I can do Arlen +2. But then I can't do much else there. So why don't we just attack for 5 here? Let him kill Wing Shredder. That's fine. So now we'll go Bolt plus Painter and flip Predator back. So I think we'll just play a big hauler here, see if it gets killed. Hopefully not. Okay. Siege Zombie's pretty good. Sure. It's a good draw. So we can attack with the hauler here. They don't really have great blocks. They can block with Horde plus Siege Zombie. But that doesn't really work. They can triple block. I guess triple block works pretty well. Well, maybe we'll just kill Siege Zombie with the Silver Bolt. And we'll get the Bird Admirer down for now. Guess we'll just kill Siege Zombie. Sure. Ooh, Mentor's a pretty good one. So I can do Arlen. They can attack it with everything, though, and probably kill it. But I want this Mentor to get bigger, but it's tough. We can spit out wolves, too, I guess. Maybe I just do Arlen and spit out wolves. Because this just gives me good blocks anyway. Like, they have to kind of kill Arlen here. In order to kill Arlen, they kind of have to go all in. If they don't kill Arlen, my Mentor is going to get bigger. Yeah. So that's cool. Now I can go flash in Mentor as well. I can pass and I can flip my dudes. Can make it a little indestructible striker here. It's pretty good. Plus duel for dominance, yeah. So now we can duel for dominance. Shredder on the Horde. All right. We'll take it. See you for the next one. Let's see. We're on the draw. It's a little dangerous to keep this, particularly since we're 3-color. We do have the removal for early stuff, and Tracker would do a lot for us, but our deck is primarily green. I think it's dangerous to keep that one. I don't love this either. Guess we'll keep. Maybe ditch the burn. Even though it's nice to have removal, I think Dragon's pretty nice to have too as a means to finish our opponent off. Well, that was a good draw. It was a good draw too. Oh, geez. That was a good draw. I'm willing to trade and let him draw to get the Awakener off the board. Uh-oh. It's a lot of card draw. Well, this might be a good opportunity to cast Arlen. And +1. I'm okay with it. I guess I could keep the Sentry back too. No, I don't think we need that on top. Well, that's good. So, yeah, it's actually fine. Let's do this. +1. Immolate the Awakener. They do get to draw off Opportunist, but not sure what to do about it. I don't want to deal with that thing. Well, I would assume they've got removal if they're both swinging at Arlen here. Uh-oh. Well, that's kind of cool. Now we can do the dragon. Let's see here. think I might just attack for 10 here. Like, I can plus it, but I feel like the longer this game goes, the worse it is for me, just because of that Morbid Opportunist, which I can't deal with. So it might actually just make more sense to a smash for 10 here. Kill their Decayed Zombie. And then play the Mentor. Almost just don't want them to draw, so maybe I'll just deal damage here. I suppose we go for it. I think they have the answer, but I need to go for lethal. I can't burn my opponent with it either, no. Okay. I think it was still better to not let my opponent draw off the Opportunist by killing a zombie, I think. Just because if they can't answer the dragon, then we win. That's not going to do it. I mean, in case they have like covert cut purse, do I just take it all? It's 4, 6, 8, 10, 12. 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, 16. So by my count, they're still one short of lethal. So, oh, well, I might as well block. Although, they're going to draw the card off Opportunist anyway, so we might as well block. They're at 1 life, though. Actually, I guess we don't block then, because if we find a way to deal with Opportunist, say they deal with the dragon, but we have some... I don't know how to deal with the Opportunist. Burn the Accursed or something? Let me just make sure. 4, 8, 10, 12, 14, 16. All right, let's take 16. I guess Arrogant Outlaw would get us. There's too many variables, too many cards to play around. Maybe I wasn't considering Arrogant Outlaw, so maybe I should have been. All right, but looks like we maybe got there on the back of Purifying Dragon. Let's see. Or not. All right. Well, I wanted to get it, but I couldn't. But this is what I'm talking about with Morbid Opportunist. It's too good. Just too good. I don't know why you don't... It would make more sense to me if you had to lose life from Morbid Opportunist. I don't know, that would just make more sense to me. I don't know why you don't have to lose life from Morbid Opportunist. Alright, we'll see for the next one. No green mana. We're on the draw. This hand's kind of dangerous. We do have the removal. I guess I risk it. This might come back to haunt me, but... I just feel like I've been mulliganing a lot lately, so I prefer to not for once. I probably actually trade here. And the reason is, even though I have a good block for it next turn, the less bodies the zombie deck has on board, the better it is for me. I'll tell you that. Then they don't get their discounted prices, they don't get their bonuses. Just get the bodies off the board. Maybe Bird Admirer would have been better there. I'm not sure. Well, that's too bad for us. Well, guess I can triple block the BMF. Might have to do that. Can't really afford to take 7 comfortably here. But... Oh. Alright. No. Got a lot of good cards there. Guess Rejuvenator makes sense. It's a nice double block against the BMF. I'm not going to play around anything here. I mean, it's a good trade for us, so I'm fine with that. Guess we can do this. Hope I just mill 3 lands. Well, it wasn't 3 lands, but not a bad mill set, actually. So, could do Path from the Yard. I don't want to, though. It's also an... No, it's a sorcery. I was going to say it's an instant, but that's not right. I mean, we've got some goodies tucked away in here somewhere. Let's see. If they have Blade Brand, do they kill all 3 of our guys? Guess so. I'll just block like that. I don't want to get Blade Branded and lose 3 dudes. Yeah, this is way better. I mean, it was still great for them. They killed a guy and drew a card, but we'll accept it. Ooh, Mentor is a great draw for us. That's real good. We might as well do Path of the Festival too. because we get to scry as well. Oh, we're keeping that on top, all right. I like that. Guess I could have attacked there. It doesn't seem that good, though. Sure. All right, we'll see for the next one. Okay, got a good hand here. Oh. Maybe kill one. Could have played the Admirer, but I feel like those alchemists can go off, actually. Oh, that's kind of cool synergy. Let's go bolt here. And play another land. So 5 mana. Guess we can go Admirer plus Guide. I don't mind getting 2 bodies out there, actually. It's best use of mana, too. Because I feel like they, you know, likely have some removal spell anyway, so. I'm going to divide it up. Because I do feel like they have removal, so. I'd rather do it like this. That way I can attack into Alchemist and they can block if they choose. We can Immolation it if they do. Otherwise, yeah. Sure. Alright, well. They got 4 spells in hand. Sure. All right, let's do the Shadow Beast because it's big. I mean, at least Rejuvenator like throws off Alchemist math. I think that's pretty cool. Okay. So 6 whole mana. Guess we're gonna play Rejuvenator this turn then. Like I said, just basically throw off the Alchemist math. Just makes it trickier for them. Sure. Rummaging. Okay. Ooh, Purifying Dragon's a good one. And we have 7 mana. It's the best use of mana. So 7 mana. Might as well do. I think we'll attack. And then we can go, let's see, 6. So we can go Farmer. See if we hit on a land. Oh, well, Shadow Beast Sighting's good too. And then we can play the Opportunist, which seems fine to me. Sure. Got a lot of removal in there. So we have 7 now, so we can do Dragon plus Wolf. So we can attack 2 here. Plus do Dragon plus Wolf. All right. So now we can at least go Immolation. And then we can play the Wolf here. Their deck is pretty sweet. Just best use of mana here, I think, is fine. I like what they're doing a lot. So 8 mana, we can do both these. So let's just get in for 4. Or do we want to play around Burn Down the House? I think we probably should. So we'll get 2 lethal creatures on board. It's pretty funny that they actually did have it. They just top deck gas, huh? Okay, all right. Well, at least we're top decking gas too. That's good. Won by the skin of our teeth. Their deck was sweet, but man, was that close. All right, we'll see you for the next one. All right, this is a good hand. Early removal, farmer, rejuvenator into dragon, hopefully. Bird admirer is always nice to see as well. Commando. That's the downside of this immolation here. Oh, plus into Adeline, huh? Well, jeez. Pretty good turn progression there, huh? This will kill this. Could do the admirer, but it's probably too dangerous. Haven't quite figured out what we're going to do about Adeline yet. Just a casual turn 4, 5/4 vigilance attacking. Seems beatable. All right, so they're gonna get a zombie. That's 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. We are very dead. All right, ended up going 4, 3, which just fine by me. No problemos there. Limited has gotten real cutthroat. I mean, I've been doing this for like 9 years, and Limited is just super cutthroat nowadays. I think there's a lot of factors for that, you know, YouTube videos, guides, power creep. I mean, cards are just much stronger now than they were 9 years ago. So, yeah, I think it just feels much more swingy nowadays than it did 9 years ago. I guess I'd have to take Geese. This card is just ridiculous. Their dudes die, they get exiled, and then you get them. This card is so good. So I'd first pick that. Oh wait, I didn't first pick. I just saw the Mythic Wild and didn't pick anything. Sorry. First pick here. Well, I could give this Celestis a shot. I've actually been kind of surprised how good it is played, so I'd give it a shot next time. I guess I dig Geese over Opportunist. They're both insano blackguards. The problem would be you take Geese and then someone would immediately take Morbid Opportunist, but nothing you can do about that. All right. Thanks for tuning in, folks. Hope you enjoyed it. We'll see you for the next one.